Good morning. I'm Scott Reall, your founder and executive director of Restore Small Groups and author of Journey to Freedom series. Today is our second episode of our Moment of Hope. And as if you were with us last week, you remember that our goal is to talk about a path, a process that we all will sustain throughout the full year. Remember we said last week that it's not the intention that gets us to our destination. It's the path, it's the process that will determine our destination. And so today we want to talk about a really key part in that sequence of staying on that pathway, and that is what we would call North Star, exemplary cause, or really just vision. And I have one of my favorite quotes on vision, and I'm always finding anything I can find on vision. We don't believe what we see what we believe. So vision begins with what I'm really believing about myself, and that is our whole kind of the theory that I've been in my new book, is that the paradigms that I have shaped and formed, the lens of which I'm seeing everything through, comes from what I truly believe down in my deepest part of my being. And Shakespeare said it best. He said, "To be or not to be, that is the question." And that really is what I think all of us at the beginning of this new year need to be thinking and processing with God. If I was to be the best version of me, what do I believe that person would live like? What would their character be? And that is really when I talk about vision, a North Star that's going to kind of light my way, that has to be pretty much permanently set in the developmental phase of my life. And that is if I truly become my true self, I really want to be, who I really believe I was created to be, this is how I will live my life. So staying on the path, having a vision. So listen to this quote on vision. Vision. It is essential for survival. It is spawned by faith, sustained by hope, sparked by imagination, and strengthened by enthusiasm. It is greater than sight, deeper than a dream, broader than an idea. Vision encompasses vast vistas outside the realm of the predictable, the safe, the expected. That is really profound. And there's a couple parts in there, there's some words, and I'm big on being a wordsmith here. But imagination and enthusiasm are central to creativity. And as Brene Brown says, creativity is the center of hope and resilience. She says, because it empowers the person, it gives you a sense of empowerment. So I feel empowered to move forward with my vision. So if I'm going to work the STAR system that we talked about last week, the acronym, that we stop, we see the trajectory in which our thoughts are going to take us and our choices. We climb to a higher altitude where we can really see what my North Star is, and which would be climbing out of our fog of shame and doubt and fear. And I really lock in on, hey, there's my North Star. And then I redirect and I reframe immediately. And we work that daily, every day. But we need to have a North Star. And so I need to have a vision. And I like to think of the word character as if I was to develop a character and become and be this man, how would he live? And that drives so when I'm having thoughts and choices that disintegrate there's no integrity to that, and that vision, I can't compromise that. I have to stand strong. And so it all begins with the idea of, this is how I said it last week, and I really want to keep emphasizing it, that it all starts with belief. What do I believe about myself? And when that gets challenged, I gotta have a North Star, say, no, this is true. This is the true me. And I'm going to really focus on being that. So it all begins with belief. And when I really believe something, I will see it. I will have the vision. So vision is more than just some grandiose idea of what I want to do with my life. It's much deeper than that. I have a vision of the person I want to be. That encompasses also what I want to get out of my life, which is not healthy, what is not me. And I want to replace it with, this is who, the true me, and I will become that. Another part of vision is just self-awareness and enlightenment. It's becoming aware of and seeing that parts of me that are not healthy, that are dysfunctional, and they're old, they're tired, they're wore out, and they just pull me down. So there's like two parts of vision. There's a part of me seeing how I want to live and how I want to react, and what my character would be like, and what's the narrative that I do want to be believing and saying about myself. But there's also then, what have I been saying that's not healthy? What is it that I've been seeing that's really not healthy and not true about me? And so that is pulling me down. And so Covey, in his book, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, he talks about this self-awareness and how imagination and creativity are so important to that. He says, in the essence of our growth, our human endowments of self-awareness and conscious. We become conscious, which is seeing, of areas of weakness, areas for improvement, areas of talent that could be developed, areas that need to be changed or eliminated from our lives. He says, then, listen to this, then, he says, as we recognize and use our imagination and independent will to act on that awareness, making promises, setting goals, and being true to them, we build the strength of character, the being that makes possible every other positive thing in our lives. So all the positive things that are going to grow out of my life will grow out of this vision of the character of this person that I'm becoming. And that really is why we want to focus on what would that character be like. And that's why for me, the word honorable has become very central to my life and my vision. In 2024, I want to live in a way that honors my life, honors God, honors my family, and honors my friends. And so I want to have that type of character, that type of integrity, that I'm living with great honor. And that focus, everything that I will do with my life, all the impact my life will have will grow from that vision. Einstein said imagination is far more important than knowledge. And he was a pretty smart guy. And so, but also that the word enthusiasm in Greek, its Greek origin means with God. So I think that's really powerful for me to envision that God and I are in this vision together, that I was created, my life, if it becomes the best version of me possible, if I grow into that man and live through that character, the impact that he would have on his life by becoming that person, that I be that man, that is really key. So as I build this vision, the imagination and the enthusiasm will go into that. And I also just want to leave this one last thought. The butterfly has become a very important spiritual messenger for me, because it starts off as a caterpillar that's struggling, and it's in its cocoon. It manifests itself into this beautiful winged creature that can fly. And it's just amazing, the transformation from a caterpillar struggling in a cocoon to eventually being a butterfly that's beautiful and flying around. I think that's the way I like to look at life. Instead of being a victim to my mistakes in my past and being ashamed of what I've done wrong and instead of being pulled down by that, my new North Star is I'm going to grow. I'm going to use all this that has happened, all the struggles I've had, all my mistakes, all my weaknesses are going to catapult me as I wrestle with them and I grow into this new vision with the choices, the thoughts I think, things I do. And I want to honor God, I want to honor my family, I want to honor my friends, and I want to honor this life with being the best version of me possible. It starts with having a North Star, a vision, who that person is. Work on that this week, and then daily apply the STAR process. Stop and see where the thoughts and choices are taking you. See the trajectory. Climb to a higher altitude, your best, and then redirect. And remember, stay on the path, and we're better together. I'll see you next week.